has brought us to Space City and NRG Stadium, right next to where the old Astrodome sits, here in Houston, Texas. Not a kicker or a puncher here, Brock. It's safety Justin Reed to get this one going. And we're off and running from Houston. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to... this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go, let's go.
They'll begin with a run by Mixon. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Trent McDuffie getting there for the stop.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 34. On target to his back, Joe Mixon. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Stroud now on 3rd. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. They manage 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
1st and 10, a run to Mixon. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Stopped on the play by big Chris Jones. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
Here's 2nd and 5. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he gets down to the 24 before he stops. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
That's good for Houston, Texans.
A give to Mixon up the middle. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
It's Mixon on second down. And he'll have a short pickup down to the 17. It's a pickup of 3. They're going to need 3 more now on third down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Stroud from the pistol. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Chiefs, they're off to a great start defensively. They force a turnover on the opening possession. Well, Brock, they get an early opportunity here inside the red zone, but nothing comes of it after that interception.
Yeah, no question, Kate. You expect that this won't be their last chance or the last time they get in the red zone. This will, or at least should, be the last chance that it ends in a pick. They're going to take that Microsoft Surface tablet. Everybody is. They're going to pull that play up, and most importantly, they're going to try to identify what happened so it doesn't happen again.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
Best run games in this league at balance. Can run it inside, and as they just showed right there, doing damage on the outside.
Only took him one play, partner, and they've already made it to that 40-yard line. First down throw, Mahomes. Buying some time right. Misfire there, couldn't connect.
Man, that ball looked good out of his hands. It just couldn't get through the defense cleanly. Somebody tips it away and saves a potential completion.
Second down run by Pacheco. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there as he's out shyer that time on the tackle.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune third down situation.
Through one quarter, neither side breaking through on the scoreboard. Couple of zeros on the board right now. We'll make our return to NRG Stadium after this. About set for the second quarter. Chiefs football here. They start out with a 3rd and 6. Pistol now for Mahomes. Finds him over the middle. He's got the first down grab and still going. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Ball at the 33 for first down. Pressure coming from Mahomes. An alert play defensively there. Got a hand on it to tip it away. That makes it second down.
Well, that throw, Kate, pretty clean out of his hand. Just looked like it didn't get through the defense clean enough. Somebody tips it away and saves a potential completion.
That one zone finds Xavier Worthy. They drop him with a big hit. At least he's able to hold on for the game, but boy, Brock, what a shot.
You know, I often say there is a fine line between aggressiveness and carelessness. And when you throw into double coverage, well, it can go either way. That time, a tremendous catch by his receiver on the other end.
Back to the air, Mahomes. On the move, headed right. And that one's too far in front of him, so now they're facing fourth down.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on third down? Which was the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Third down pass didn't work, with the offense staying out there on fourth. Another throw for Mahomes. And they won't do it, so that ball's incomplete on fourth down.
I think this defense was resigned to giving up 3 points on the opening series. Instead, they got the chance to deny them anything. And boy, did they ever attack it.
Going right side, Mixon with it. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Stopped on the play by big Chris Jones.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Okay.
From the 31. As a man, Dalton Schultz. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That one goes for 25 yards. And it sets up a Houston first.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Staying between the tackles with Mixon. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Here we go.
We've hit the 2-minute warning now at NRG. The Texans, eager to get some points on the board. Second and 6 coming up here. Shotgun now, first round. Collins there to grab it. And this one doesn't go far.
Not met many receivers in my life that don't love the spotlight, but you got to earn your place there. Easy way to do it, catches just like that, going up into double coverage and making the play anyway.
Third down, Mixon gets it. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. The clock rolls as the Texans try to hurry their offense to the line. Stroud gonna go on fourth down. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Chiefs get it back as he intercepts him for the second time this game. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
They fake the handoff. Now Mahomes. He lobs it deep middle. That one going to go against the D. And it's as we expected, partner. We call pass interference, so put it at the spot and give him that first down. Running left with Pacheco. And he's got it down into the red zone at the 16. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Straight ahead they go with Piron. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Timeout taken by Kansas City. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know. And you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Mahomes. Looking screen, but they intercept it. Through the defense it goes, room to burn. And the Texans will get possession up towards midfield as they take the interception up beyond the 40.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Right, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six, yeah, it stinks for the offense. But that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. Into the hands of Schultz. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
Good offenses, okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
First down, Stroud. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Justin Reed has the INT. And the Chiefs get the football back with minimal time to go in our half. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got 1, we got 2. Do I hear a 3rd interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought. The defenders are offensive guys in bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
He's back to throw. Bails out of the pocket quick. On the move. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs take the lead just before halftime. Travis Kelce, the touchdown. Butker with the extra point. And they add 1 on to their first touchdown of the contest. Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. Dameon Pierce now to return it. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock here with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. McCole Hardman now on the return. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. First and 10 now from the 30. It gives to Pacheco to start the drive. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the gun, it's Mahomes. That's caught by Hollywood Brown. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Before the play clock can expire, we've got a timeout called by Andy Reid. As that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Now a give left side to Pacheco. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. The tackle there by Danielle Hunter. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Throwing is Mahomes. That's complete, Isaiah Pacheco. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio. This guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Now we'll give up the middle to Piron. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Sometimes the surprises work out for a nice game. And sometimes, well, those surprises, they don't surprise anybody, and you're left hoping your running back just gets up.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. They kick the running back in motion. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Buys time, rolling right. Brought in close to the 8. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Shotgun handoff to Piron. Finds the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs grow the lead coming out of halftime. Butker to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chiefs double their lead to 14. Reed now to kick this one away. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. Big lick from the coverage team there. That's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Stroud. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last second attempt to get rid of it.
Stroud to throw again on 2nd. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Offense in the hurry up here.
A 7-yard loss brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd and long, it's Stroud. Escapes the pocket. He slides down with enough to pick up that 1st. A dose of the hurry up offense here.
It's a gain of 22 yards.
Running with Mixon out of the gun. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
11 more yards.
Stroud throwing here on 1st. And they pick him off again. Justin Reed has the INT. And the Chiefs get it back on the final play of the quarter. A nice takeaway to end that 3rd quarter. And they're going to have a new possession waiting to start the 4th. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th.